You're watching ATW Weekend Edition.
I never wanted to open a restaurant, and all of a sudden something just clicked, and I was like, man, this is what I want to do. And so I just been on this pilgrimage to make it happen.
You spend your life in a restaurant. You don't have much time for your own family. It's tough for the wife, it's tough for everybody. When I'm here, I want to be with my family. When I'm with my family, I want to be here. I've been doing it for 50 years. And I think I'm going to do it for maybe 50 more years if I don't get too old too fast, because I love it. It's my life.
Welcome back. I'm Dave Brown. That was a short clip from New Chefs on the Block, one of the 230 documentaries that will be featured at this year's Hot Docs, the 24th annual edition of the largest documentary film festival in North America. Joining me in studio to tell us more about it is Shane Smith, the Director of Programming. Hi Shane, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
Well, when I think about Hot Docs, the first thing I want to know is what can audiences expect this year, and what are some of the highlights?
It's a great year for documentary. We've got 230 of them from 58 countries around the world. So we're bringing as many different styles, subjects, types of documentaries as we can to Toronto audiences, covering all kinds of themes: arts documentaries, culture, serious social issues. We've got theme programs, including Democracy, which sort of gives us a look at how we got to where we are, politically speaking, in North America. And then great characters as well. We love, unique characters doing really interesting things in our Singular Sensations program. So a range of documentaries covering all kinds of subjects from as many countries as we can, because Toronto has such a diverse population. We love to bring documentaries from all those countries to our audiences.
What I thought was neat on the website is you could kind of browse by interest, and you saw so many different categories available there, including some films that are in described video, like New Chefs on the Block, the one we showed at the start of the segment.
Yeah, that's one of the films that we have in that's described this year. We've got closed caption films as well. We're working with AMI for the second year to really help us ramp up the number of films that we have available in that way for our audiences.
Now, why was it that you decided to make a described video and closed captioning an option for yourself when you were putting the festival together?
Documentaries are an important way of helping us understand our world, and we want to make those documentaries available to as many people in our audience as we can. So it's really important for us to try this and to also continue to evolve it as part of the festival programming moving forward.
And what was the audience response like last year?
It was great. People were really happy that we were doing it, and I think these things take time to build, and I think we're going to see an even stronger response this year.
I know it's very much appreciated by a lot of people when they get the opportunity to expose themselves to more art forms and medium forms through described videos, so we're definitely appreciative of that. Now, the festival, in its 24th year, growing, the largest in North America, like I said before, that's incredible. What do you attribute the success to, and how's the festival changed over, at this point, a quarter of a century?
The festival's definitely gotten bigger over a quarter of a century. It was started by Canadian documentary makers as a way to get the international industry to pay attention to what was happening in Canada. So they started inviting industry to come to Canada, started small, but it's grown over the years to become a really important part of the documentary landscape, and important for the international industry to come here, not only to meet the Canadians, but to meet international filmmakers. And I think what's really expanded over the years is the audience response, the audience engagement, the number of people that come to see documentaries at the festival. There are so many documentaries out there and available, but people really take great pride in coming to Hot Docs and meeting the filmmakers. Our filmmakers love the conversations that they have with the audience, who are so invested in the work that they're seeing, and smart. They ask really interesting questions, and sometimes they catch the filmmakers off guard.
Speaking of the filmmakers, one of the things that's interesting in the documentary world is over the course of 24 years, it's become more accessible to make documentary films. How does that change what comes to you guys?
I think we've all got devices now. So many people have mobile devices that can capture video, and that means that there are more stories to be told, more on-the-ground perspectives on what's happening in places, particularly places of conflict or war. So filmmakers are able to access that footage and incorporate it into their stories to provide different and unique perspectives on what's really going on in this world. So I think it's great that so many people have these devices and can use them now. It doesn't mean that they're going to make great documentaries, but it means that filmmakers that are working on those stories can access that content and really provide us a nuanced perspective on what's happening.
And with more footage comes more submissions to the festival. So to get down to 230, How many films are you and the committee watching to make that come together?
It takes a village to put this festival together, and I've got a team of about 15 programmers who are watching the almost 3,000 submissions that we got this year, so more than ever before. And then they filter up the work that's great to me and our associate director, and we shape the program based on the diversity of stories and forms of documentary so that we can provide as well-rounded and interesting a program as possible for our audience.
Speaking of the audience, how can people get tickets, and remind us of the dates as well?
The festival starts on April 27th, runs to May 7th, and all of the information on the films and ticketing is on our website at hotdocs.ca.
Shane Smith, we really appreciate your time. Good luck with the festival, and listen, report back to us. Let us know how it goes.
Will do. Thanks a lot.
Outstanding.